Everyone, welcome back to CBSE Learner. This is me, Pooja MK Rao. I welcome you all to my online classes where you can learn free of cost. Then what are you waiting for? Just go and hit the subscribe button, because the most important thing I want to discuss with you is I have seen most of you after watching the video forget to hit the subscribe button. So if you do this work before, then it will be easy for you and me too. Okay, so just go and hit the subscribe button along with the bell button so that you won't miss any notification when I upload any video. Okay, so it's time for our class, and today I will teach English and one of the English from class 10 and one poem, Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. Okay, now from the title Dust of Snow, you can understand that there is a comparison, and this poem by Robert Frost will explain us or will say something what the dust of snow, what type of importance the dust of snow had on effect that dust of snow had on him. Okay, so before starting the poem, I would like to give you something about the poet, some information. Like Robert Frost was actually an American born writer. Okay, you can call writer, you can call poet also, because he has written, along with poems, he has written some prose compositions also. So the strange thing about Robert Frost is, before his writings were published in America, his writings were published in England before, even before the publication of his writings in America. Okay, so Robert Frost was born on 26th March 1874 in San Francisco, USA. So you can understand that he was an author or a playwright or a poet who was born in USA, or he was of American origin, not British origin. Okay, and he died on 29th January 1963 in Boston. Okay, so actually his style of poem, we can say that some conversational poem, some rural poem, or some realistic poem. Okay, so you can see this one, that he would prefer to write something about conversational or rural or realistic. Okay, so now let's go and see in this poem what Robert Frost wants to say us, or wants to give us message through this poem. Okay, now let's see. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Okay, so you can see that the way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. So you can understand that the poet was standing under the hemlock tree. In this, see, not every time the poet and the speaker is not same. But here the poet, since he has used this word on me, and he has not given any other person, he has not personified any other person. So we can clearly understand that the speaker is also the poet. Okay, now we can assume that the poet was standing under the hemlock tree where a crow was sitting on one of its branch. Okay, now the crow, what it has done? It has shook down the branches, and because it was a snowy or a wintered woods, or woods means forest, it was winter at that time, there were snowfalls. Okay, so the place where poet used to reside, the snowfall is a common thing during winter. So the trees were covered with snow, and the crow has shook down the branches, and since it has shook down the branches, the snow, the small minute particles of snow had fallen on the poet. Has given my heart a change of mood. So from this line, a change of mood, we can understand that the poet was not happier or merrier before. He was in some dilemma, or we can say he was unhappy, or he was feeling some regretful before. Okay, because he was not feeling to go, might be he was not feeling to go outside to do some work, and he was forced to go outside to do the work. But the falling of the snow on him from the tree by the crow has changed his mood and given his heart and saved some part of a day I had brewed. So this stanza, the last stanza, is denoting that the poet was not happy before. He was to some extent he was regretful. The word ruined means living in regret. So we can assume, we can understand that the poet was not happy. He was living in regret. He was not willing to go outside in that winter wood, but he was forced. We can understand he was forced to go outside. So the falling of the snow on him by the crow when he was standing under the branch of a hemlock tree, it has changed. The snowfall has changed his mood and made him happier instead of sad. It has refreshed him. Okay, so we can understand that the poet had felt refreshed after the incident, after the falling of the snow. Okay, so the inner meaning from this poem we can get that, see here the crow and the hemlock tree. Now hemlock tree is what you know. Hemlock tree is actually a poisonous tree and it has some white flowers. It will bear some white flowers, and crow is also used as a bad luck, as a symbol of bad luck, isn't it? So from the crow, from the hemlock tree, and hemlock tree, one special importance is there, you know, in history. Can you recall that? Okay, let me explain you. Socrates had committed suicide while having the poison of a hemlock. He has taken the hemlock poison to commit suicide, Socrates. Okay, so hemlock tree, crow, these are all related. These all are related or symbol of bad luck or death, or these are all giving us an image of bad luck or death. Okay, but the dust of snow, okay, it has created a refreshed manner in the poet. So we can feel that the poet, when he was seeing the crow, the hemlock tree, he was filled with negative energy. But when the dust of snow, even by the negative bird, negative we will symbol as we will consider a crow, even though the crow has showered the down, instead of feeling negative, he has gathered some positive vibes from the negative energy. Okay. See, the crow, the hemlock tree is all giving the negative energy in this poem. But when the crow itself, which is actually a symbol of negativity, when it is showering the minute particles, dust of snow, isn't it? The minute particles of snow on the poet, he is getting some positive vibes. So we can get a moral. What is the moral we can get from this poem? We can get, though we are filled and surrounded with all the negative vibes and energy, even we can get some positivity or a positive energy from that negative energy. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. Now let me show you some figures of speech, not parts of speech. Don't confuse. Parts of speech is different, figures of speech is different. Figures of speech is synecdoche, metaphor, oxymoron, isn't it? So see, the dust of snow. The dust is and snow, both are opposite to each other. So we can tell that this is an oxymoron, isn't it? And see, this is dust of snow. We can compare here. The poet has compared the dust, the snow, with the dust. So you can call this as a metaphor, isn't it? See, the poet has compared the dust. Why? Because the dust with the snow. Why? Because the minute particles of the snow resembles dust, isn't it? Very minute particles of the snow represents, looks like dust. So the poet has compared this dust of snow. He has compared the snow with dust. So you can call it as a metaphor. Okay. Now you can get one more figures of speech where, see, has given my heart a change of mood. So here you can get a synecdoche. Given my heart. What is synecdoche? Synecdoche is something when we use a part to represent the whole. When we use a part of anything to represent the whole. So here the heart is a part of human body and we are representing the whole human body. Not only his heart felt refreshed, even his whole body felt refreshed when the particles of snow fallen on him. Okay, so you can say that this is a synecdoche. Okay. Done. So the rhyming scheme also, you can easily see that the crow is rhyming with snow, the me is rhyming with tree. Now how can you write this rhyming scheme? A, B. Once again, A, B. Okay. So the rhyming scheme is A, B, A, B. Okay. The first one is rhyming with the third one and second one is rhyming with the fourth one. Okay. So I hope this poem is clear to you, and if you have any question regarding this poem, and if you are not still, if you are in confusion about this poem, it is actually a very short poem of about 8 lines. It's a poem of 8 lines. Okay. And it is giving you a very beautiful message, okay, that you can, though you are filled with all sort of negative energy, even you are totally filled with negative energy, then also you can just get one positive vibe from even that negative energy. Okay. So I hope the poem is clear to you and each and every meaning of the poem is clear to you. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, just hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe, because after watching the video you are forgetting to subscribe, and I have seen most of my viewers are unsubscribers only. So just hit the subscribe button. It is just an encouragement for me to make more videos. Okay. So thanks a lot for staying tuned with us, and if you think it's beneficial for you, just share with your friends and tell them also to subscribe. Okay. Thanks a lot for staying tuned with us.